Well, hello, family. How y'all doing today on this beautiful, beautiful Monday? Are y'all having fun? Are y'all having a wonderful beginning of the week? I hope you are. I don't really start until about half a dozen people get in here. But, it's a surprise live stream. Probably won't be long. But, people can watch. It's just a few announcements and everything that's going to happen soon. And, you know, things that's going on. Things that's going on in the, survival community. Things that's happening because it's starting to, spring's coming around the corner. Hey, Skies, how you doing, brother? Spring's around the corner, so survival channels and all this stuff is going to be hyped up with brand new content. Nobody wants. Hey, Razor, how you doing, brother? Survival channels and stuff like that are going to start becoming active. There's plenty of things that's going to start happening. Hey, Bootsy, how you doing? It's the beginning of the season, for a lot of bushcrafters, a lot of survivalist BS, and a lot of other things going on. One of my good friends and everything. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, what's up, Danny? How you doing, brother? One of my good friends, Shadow Scout Swede. I give him a shout out a lot of times and everything. He had a good live stream, a decent live stream Saturday. About like, what are you going to do at the end of the, at the end times or whatever when there's no power, no electricity? How are you going to cook your food? How are you going to maintain and eat? There's a beautiful, wonderful mindset that, like, I'm a moderator on his channel and everything. Me and Shadow has known each other. Shadow has known each other for God, almost 3, going on 4 years now. We still have the mindset that survival and all this stuff is going to be set out and planned for us because we are quote unquote preppers, right? Oh yeah, yes, guys. With this recent cold, even Texas is get affected with it. We're going to be in like the 70s and 80s during the day, and at night we're going to be in the freezing. We may or may not have another snowpocalypse. We don't know. It does. I mean, what is up, my wooden spoon? How you doing there? How you doing, Raven? Sorry, I'm drinking out of my owl, my candy skull owl coffee mug. But we as survivalists, we as preppers, stuff like that. We have this preset game plan, in a perfect world. And that's what I was trying to say. And that's one of the things, Boosie, you know, there's only so long until the grid can't handle it no more. It's well, the thing is you need predators. You need predators in the wilderness. I mean, when you have an abundance of herbivores that is continuously eating at the natural climate, the natural biome, you know, you're looking just 1,000 years ago, there was an abundance of everything, especially in like Europe and everything, you know, in Britain. I mean, you still had cave bears and everything in Britain into the last 1,000 years. I mean, you had red bears. I mean, the only thing that y'all have now that's considered a predator is badgers, and that's not a predator. They don't hunt like deer. They don't hunt herbivores. Oh, I'm good, brother. I'm good. But once you mess up the ecosystem, you know, during what in the medieval times, the the middle of the medieval times, the Renaissance era, you know, wolf pelts, the fear of lycanthropy, the fear of werewolves all throughout Europe, you know, France, England, Germany, the Black Wood, you know, the Black Forest, stuff like that. Yeah, they do. I mean, they eat termites, they eat, you know, weevils, you know, they eat larvae, stuff like that. But that also, you know, we need all of that. We need natural decay. We need everything in nature has its place. You know, termites destroy fallen trees. They get rid of and just and turn fallen trees and stuff like that into pumice that goes back into the earth and everything to help wildlife grow. You know, we also need herbivore dung. We need predator dung. We need that to help with the maintain the balance and everything in nature. Also, it's all connected. Yeah. See, and like foxes aren't predators. You know, I mean, they are predators, but they're not mainstream predators. You know, they're more of a nuisance. They keep down the rodent population. They keep down the smaller herbivores like, you know, moles. They keep down rabbits. They keep down rats, stuff like that. But you don't see a fox running out and taking down deer. You don't even see coyotes out here taking down deer because they're not big enough to take down deer. Golden eagles, you know, predatory birds, they do the same thing. They're keeping down the minute herbivore population. They're not keeping the abundant population down. And if you do not take out deer, deer is the major killer of biomes. Deers are like goats. Deers will continuously eat. They will eat anything and everything. They will destroy gardens. They will destroy everything. Oh yeah, Razor, yeah. And there was a thing in the Victorian era over London, the Battle of the Stars. And there's a lot of things that has happened in Europe because Europe was the main hub of most civilization until just in the last 300 years, 3 to 400 years. Right. Yeah. I mean, foxes can only take down so much. Badgers can only take down so much. The predators that you now have in, London and Britain is minute compared to what y'all used to have. And that's why you have, million-year-old forests in, in Britain. You have a delicate ecosystem that has been around for generations, but it is slowly dying. It is very slowly dying because there's not that much. There is an imbalance. Even here in America, there's an imbalance also. I mean, we've even reestablished reestablished mountain lions. We've reestablished wolves. We've reestablished a lot of predatory animals in other parts of the states that didn't have it before. Like New York City, around the Canadian border, New Jersey, stuff like that. Yeah. Correct, Razor. Correct. Humans destroy every ecosystem. It's us that destroys everything. Yeah, Bootsy, we've destroyed, buffaloes. We had buffaloes running around all of the Midwest to the West. And the West was a lot different than it is today. I mean, if you look back in the West, Arizona, back in the 1800s, back in, the late 1700s. Yeah. Yeah. We are the plague to nature. We have always been the plague to nature. You can look all the way back to the most recent. They found a Roman soldier. Okay. They found a Roman soldier that was in Egypt. He was a part of Mark Antony's legion. Okay, he was a part of Mark Antony's legion. They tested his body, and microplastics was in his body during the Roman Empire. I mean, nature has created plastics. Everything is created. It's not humans that create this stuff. Things have been created by nature that we still don't know how it happens. Uh, so, like, all of this stuff that we're finding out, yeah, I mean, they even found microplastics in, oh, what's his name? The guy that they found in the Andes Mountains, that was during the Bronze Age. They found microplastics in his stomach. Yeah, alchemy. We have created, I mean, everything has been created. Nature creates everything, and we replicate it. Uh, you make microplastics in forging and blacksmithing. You create microplastics in glass blowing. You even create microplastics in bead forming. Bones hold microplastics, and look how many bone plates and everything was created during the Victorian era. You know, yeah, yeah, razor. Nature is smart. Nature nature handles itself. That's why when humans finally die, nature will take it back. You can look at abandoned houses. Look how easy it is for nature to take back a 50-year-old house. Look how easy it is for nature to overtake 100-year-old mansion. Yeah, I mean they found Egyptian artifacts, they found Roman coins in the Grand Canyon. This world is smaller than we believe. And humans, even our ancestors, are smarter than what we realize. We realize, oh, these people were just in the Bronze Age, blah, blah, blah. They weren't that smart. They were smart enough to know what bronze was and how to forge it. Why couldn't they build a ship big enough to sail? Yeah, yeah, we're finding new shit every day. Bigger, better civilizations than what we have in modern times. There is no difference from humans 10,000 years ago and humans today, except for we're lazier. We're on computers. We're on YouTube. We're doing live streams. We're taking pictures of our food. We believe that we have conquered the world. There is no uncharted world. And there's no place that's uncharted anymore. Even though just in Canada, there is an area the size of Texas that has never been charted, has never been mapped, because everybody that's tried to go out there and map the area has never came back. Yeah, yes, guys. Right, Bootsy, yeah. I mean, we had technology. I mean, Just because we didn't have a radar or anything didn't mean we didn't have. I mean, look at the first ship computer that told captains and everything of basic, mundane wooden ships how deep the water is, where sandbars are. You know, it used like a primitive sonar system. We we are a civilization that we need physical proof to believe anything. I mean, you know, it's either that or what's the old saying? You have thousands and thousands of men whipping thousands and thousands of other men with water and trees. I mean, look at ancient Egypt, okay? Ancient Egypt was a lush area. It had forests. It had, you know, what they call jungles and everything. They had trees. They had all this stuff. I mean, even there's a archaeologist right now that's a bioengineer archaeologist. They found some seeds and everything in a pharaoh's tomb. They planted it and it's now growing a tree. And that was over, they said it was like 4,500 years old, these seeds, and they're growing. I mean, if you listen to the stories that Cleopatra said about the Library of Alexandria, she said that there was tablets in the Library of Alexandria that glowed. You could read multiple different languages. Yeah, no problem, Razor, brother. Like, Cleopatra said that there was stone tablets that had glowing letters on it that could decipher. Yeah, tablets. I mean, that's what they called them, you know, stone tablets, you know. But she said that they glue and they could decipher any. That's why the Rosetta Stone, the onyx pillar that could decipher any language. It was literally able to decipher. Had the four most spoken languages of the old world on it, and each one you could decipher it to. It deciphered itself into each, like the whole entire alphabet, like the whole entire spoken language was deciphered into each of the four languages. Correct. Correct, guys. And we also spell, you know? We we reuse the exact same terminology every day. is no different today than 1,200 years ago. No, I mean, even the Egyptians and everything had specific. I mean, even the Egyptians, the Romans, everybody had name brand clothing. You had a name brand seamstress that everybody would go to. You had specific shoemakers that you would go to. You had, you know, dietary. You had dietary butchers. You had dietary gardeners. You had exotic. I mean, you had Egyptians eating. You had Egyptians eating sour melon. Sour melon only comes from the southern Asian countries like Taiwan, Korea, stuff like that. How are the Egyptians eating it? And yeah, and this was before the Silk Road was made. Yeah. You know, Cleopatra had a huge, luxurious, fully golden yacht that was in the Dead Sea. It was in the Dead Sea. They said, oh, the Dead Sea couldn't go anywhere. Why would a massive yacht the size of a 747 be in a small Dead Sea? Maybe, Bootsy. I mean, if you look at the world map and everything, before the Renaissance, if you look at the world map before the Renaissance, before exploration really happened, world exploration really happened. Yeah, in the Middle Ages. Well, Middle Ages, medieval ages, whatever you want to call it. The Age of Steel. They made a map of the whole world. And, North, Antarctica and South, the North and South Poles were put on a map before we even knew about what they were. They had not a complete picture, but they had a picture of America before it was founded. Well, the world was mapped out way before exploration happened. Oh my lord. Everybody, my favorite cryptid in the world has showed up. My Deanna. How you doing, girl? How you doing, sis? I love you. Tell your mom, um, tell your mom I'm free today if she wants to do something. If you are around her. Hey, David, how you doing, brother? Everybody, Dieta is the most prominent cryptid in the world. She doesn't say much, but she appears. She is more elusive than Sasquatch on a full moon. I miss you too, hon. I miss you too, Deanna. I'm glad to hear that, David. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, brother. You know, oh, sorry. But, you know, this world, humans are cockroaches. I hate to say it. We have we have survived so many world-ending events that has been recorded. We have intermingled. We have passed on our genes one way or another. It's easy to integrate. Right? It's easy to integrate your genes into somebody else or with somebody else to create. Yeah, you can consider that, skies. Yeah. We we will never cease. All right, thank you, Deanna. Thank you, hon. We will never cease to exist. It does not matter. It does not matter what comes our way. You know, if you look at the biblical flood, correct, Bootsy. If you look at the biblical flood, it there was people that survived. There was people that had boats. There was, marine people. There was people that had merchant vessels at that time. There was people that we we still survived. We still pushed on. It's the same thing as what happened with Katrina. Humans still survived Katrina. Humans still survived all the Midwest flooding and everything that happened about what going on almost 10 years now. Look at how many people have survived the fires of California. Even if hell erupted tomorrow, the world will still be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, guys. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm just saying that even with world ending events like that, people still survived. That's what I'm saying. I'm still saying that people will still hold on to reasons. People will not die unless they are physically killed. I was saying that it wasn't just Noah and his family that survived. There was other, you know, and with the flooding and stuff like that, that means that there was an abundance of fish. There was an abundance of food, and there was fresh water mixed with salt water. So the salt water was diluted to where humans could drink the salt water. Just like in Katrina. Yeah, yes, guys. Powerful, powerful civilizations have fallen and forgotten. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, humans of the past had to say that it was some kind of mythological being to create catastrophic event. It had to be something else. It could not be. It could not be the sky. The sky would not. The sky would not destroy us. It has to be some malevolent and powerful being waking up to destroy us, because we have beaten into our skull that we can survive anything. So it has to be something more powerful than us to kill us. It's just like the Mayan calendar. You know, the Mayan calendar, Quetzalcoatl has to come back to destroy us. Quetzalcoatl will take us back on his golden ship. That's what happened to the Mayans. The Mayans fell because the conquistadors came in a ship decorated in gold. And their god, Quetzalcoatl, was said to come back on a ship made of gold. Eh, humans have always worshipped something more powerful than us. We have. Humans will always worship something that we do not understand. like the pharaohs. You know, the pharaoh was chosen by Ra. The pharaoh had more power than any mundane human. Oh yes, guys. Yeah. I mean, you know, we could have learned so much from so many tribes if we did not kill each other. If our ancestors would have worked together instead of against each other when the white man came, we would have been a different world. But no, they brought new things. They brought fire water. They brought flaming, burning, what did we call them? Flaming, burning rocks or something like that. We've had so many tribes kill each other. Well, it's the same. I mean, you could say that about any tribal culture. You know, look at how many African tribes have been wiped off the face of the map. Look how many, you know, Pacific tribes have killed each other. Look how many tribes just in Hawaii killed each other. We can never, I mean, we don't know what peace is. We don't know how to accept each other. Dave! Yeah, polio. I forgot about that. I forgot about the death blankets. Thanks, Dave. Everybody. Look at this guy. You see this guy? You know? You see this guy? Darius lives. That's my big brother. That's my big British brother. He's my brother from another mother across the pond with a glorious top hat and a monocle. Oh, hey, Dave. That Raven guy is a wooden spoon. He had to change his name. Anyways, uno momento. Give me a second. Dave, are you free? Dave, do you have a few minutes, sir? Or are you in the studio, sir? Because this is only for Darius. This is only Doris. I gotcha. Okay. Well, never mind then. No, no. Oh, boop. There we go. Ah, you're in the studio. Are you jamming away, sir? Well, since everybody is here, I'm going to let y'all know the 2nd and 3rd of next month, I am going to actually try to run this YouTube channel as a real YouTube channel. The 2nd and 3rd, I'm going to go and do a solo survival. I'm only going to take bare minimum stuff with me. I'm not going to be like Bear Grylls or, anybody else out in the wonderful YouTube survivor land, packing $1,000 king crab legs in my backpack and stuff like that. We're actually going to do real survival, unlike these other bullshit channels. And I'm going to do a live stream probably for like an hour each day to let y'all know the update and everything. But I've got like 7 cameras that like 3 cameras, not 7. But I've got, trail cams and stuff like that. I'm going to pick a spot that gives me 4 weeks to get ready and everything, to pick a spot where I'm going and everything. And I'm going to do, wish me luck, but I'm going to do editing. I'm going to edit all of my videos. What's up, Nubby Nub? Nubzilla. And I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe a 30-minute, hour video, put that up. I'm also going to start getting back to the Survivor Chronicles also. I want to actually run a real channel. Why not? Why not try do what I preach? I'm seeing channels like the fucking Outdoor Boys, putting their 5-year-old and 10-year-old sons and everything in life or death situations. And they're getting so much fucking sponsorships and all this stuff. So why not me? I don't want money from y'all. I don't. I want money from sponsorships. I have a Coleman factory here. I want to take my channel and see if Coleman will actually sponsor my channel. People say, oh, Coleman is a bunch of bullshit. Hey, Coleman is good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Deanna, I like talking with y'all. I don't want y'all are the ones that keep me around. Y'all are the ones that don't make me quit. You know, my family. Y'all are my family. And I don't want. I've been sitting at like 800 subscribers for the last like 4 years. 5. Hell, I forget. But y'all are the ones that keep me doing this. All of you that are always in my chat with me. You know, I think so, Deanna. But thank you, hon. Thank you. I know you and Cassie have supported me so much, Deanna. Oh, I understand, brother. I understand, David. I mean, I'll never be rich. Me and old Dave, we've joked so much about this. That we do our stuff for shits and giggles. Because there's no reason in being serious. Serious channels, people don't care about. You know what I mean? I want to actually sit down a camp spot and bust open and cook $1,000 snow crab, king snow crab legs that's been sponsored by whoever. I've never had $1,000 king snow crab legs. You know what I mean? I want a business to support me. Hell. Oh, jeez. I want my face on the next Gerber knife. How about that, huh? How about that? I take Bear Grylls' spot and shit. I'll even be the spokesman for Walmart's Ozark brand. How about that? Second Star Survival. Ultimate Survival Knife by Ozark Trail. Oh shit. Buy now, $20. Oh shit. If you're lost in the woods and everything, the Second Star Survival 20-in-1 survival knife will get you out of there. My shit will be better than that Ray Mears $400 knife that broke on me that I saved up for. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I mean, I don't have the time. I want something to get me away from being the outdoor boys. He was a lawyer before he did a survival channel. He had no experience whatsoever in survival. Then he decides to move to Alaska and start a Alaska Wilderness Survival Channel. Yeah. If a lawyer could do that and he's making good money, I want that. I don't want to be working 80 to 120 hours a week. I don't want that. I want to be able to go up to Austin, Texas, and pick out whatever I want from the Coleman inventory. No, he was living in West Virginia, Deanna. Then he moved to Alaska. He was a some kind of lawyer in West Virginia. Then he moved to Alaska to get away from everything. Bootsy. Oh no. Second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, everybody. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm reading everything you are saying. I'm Matt Satchel. Ah, I like that. Right, Skies. Yeah. You got the pirate hat, Ron. Oh, I love you. You know, there's a lot of things that everybody wishes. You know, people want to see others suffer. There's a difference in a lot of fields. Survival, they want you to quote unquote suffer. bushcrafting, they want to see you live in the. They want to see you make herbal teas. They want to see you out in your little mud hut, putting up white picket fences, a mailbox, and waiting for the milkman outside of your hobbit hut. It's like the Vietnamese bushcrafting stuff, where you see two Vietnamese guys out in the middle of the jungle, building a luxurious bed and breakfast or wilderness mansion with a swimming pool and all this bullshit out in the jungle. You know what's funny? Jungle just means forest in a different language. Did y'all know that? There is no difference. But anyways, you have these guys, and you have the other kind of Vietnamese survivalist that go out woke up one morning and decided to just fucking leave the city and go out into the middle of God knows where, probably just right off the highway, and build a bamboo hut and have a machete and live for 2 hours. Well, it was like 30 days, but shrunk down into a 2-hour video. Yeah, tropical forest, like, and these people have like fucking 5-6 million viewers, right? And they bring out one video every 6 to 8 months, right? Then you have people like me that have close to like 600 fucking videos. I have 600 videos, and most of it is just my dumbass up here running my cocksucker on a live stream with very few and far between, survival shit. But most of my stuff was on live streams, showing you in real time. Not something that's been, quote unquote, staged. You know what I mean? I'm tired of it. And yeah, I guess it's because I do live streams because I suck at editing. I suck at video making. And it's really hard for me to talk. It's really hard for me to talk to myself because I'm a quiet person when I'm by myself. And I don't want to have to voice over, do a recording over a video. I don't want to do that. It's hard for me. But I do want to. I want to make videos for y'all. I do. It's fun and games talking on a live stream, you know? It is. It's. Anybody can say whatever bullshit they want to say. But most people don't do anything unless you're literally out there trying to kill yourself. Right, Skies. And that's the same thing with me, brother. That's what I feel too. I feel that they don't show the 3 hours to try to make a bow drill to make a fire. They want to get that perfect angle, that perfect, oh, I did this in one go. No, you don't do that. You don't make that in one go. Thousands of people have proven that theory wrong. There's a select. Yeah, I understand, guys. I really do, brother. I mean, it's not like I'm going to stop doing live streams. Hell, I'm Matt. I'm Matt. I don't stop. I don't stop live streaming. Mm-mm. Live streaming is my thing. Right, guys. But people don't want to show failure. Especially when survival is a life or death situation. You can't fail in survival. You know how many times they had to edit the Dual Survivor with Dave Canterbury when they were trying to make a bow drill fire in the middle of the Rocky Mountains during a snowstorm? Thank you, Bootsy. I try. I try to make it. I try to make it entertaining. I talk to each one of y'all. I talk to y'all. Y'all are my family. And if by some grace of God I do get a sponsorship with Coleman, or if I get a sponsorship with Coleman, or I start getting subscribers and people start coming into the live streams more than y'all. No, seriously, appreciate y'all. Y'all are the ones in your time. Y'all are the ones listening to me. I thank y'all. For the bottom of my heart, I thank y'all. And always remember, y'all. Y'all were the ones that pushed me to this in a good way. If things happen down the road, I will never forget y'all. Every single one of y'all will be on the wall. But I don't see myself being like that, being some big fucking name survival channel. I don't. You know, if I hit 1,000 subscribers, cool. You know, I am not a person here to get fame. I'm not a person here to I'm not a person here to drop my 9 to 5. Because the thing is I started my channel to help people that are not rich, that are struggling with everyday fucking life, to help them prepare, to help them be able to survive, while still able to live a normal life that they can. Thank you, guys. I try. I seriously, honest God, try. I've started with nothing. If you look at my very first video with my blue haversack zebra print haversack, I still have my very first haversack. Yeah, I've upgraded it, everything. But you know what? That blue zebra haversack has been through more shit with me than anything else and has survived. And the funny thing is that haversack was a baby, like a diaper bag. I miss going to Goodwill and doing live streams at Goodwill and showing y'all what you can get for dirt cheap to help you in a survival situation. I miss going to Dollar Tree and finding deep. I miss going to flea markets. But the thing is people of YouTube don't want to reuse something else that other people have used. You know what I mean? Ever since the COVID scare, no, everybody something else. People don't understand that you can disinfect spray anything and let it sit overnight. I'm talking about drench it in disinfectant spray. I got most of my good shit from I got a Kydene water filter water bottle with the water filter and everything in it. Those water bottles and everything run about $70 to $120 because it's Kydene. and I got it for $3 at Goodwill. People was like, "Oh, I would never get a water bottle from Goodwill." What the fuck is the difference? Just wash it, you know? Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, I've got 511 pants. I've got plenty of stuff from Goodwill, Yeah, you have to worry about some kid urinated or whatever in a sleeping bag or whatever. But that's why you clean it. I mean, everybody should clean their sleeping bag after they go camping. They should. Right, Deanna. That's the same thing I've tried and tried. You know how many people have left messages and everything on my Goodwill's, survival stuff saying, "Oh, you're going to get somebody sick. You're going to kill somebody," telling people to get stuff from Goodwill. That put a hold on me. That Yeah, Deanna. Yeah, yeah. You know, look at all you can eat buffets. They constantly have to wash those dishes and put them straight back out. Yeah, it's. I let things like that get to me. When somebody says I'm going to get somebody killed, that's when I stop. Oh, I know, Deanna. I know you and your mama Cassie. That's why I love y'all. Right, David. There's so much that we forget. It's we have lost our humanity. We have lost our common sense when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to videoing. We have lost common sense on 90% of everything. Ah, shit. Give me a second, everybody. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, everybody. Hey, what are you doing, bro? Hey, Bad, how you doing, sis? Yeah, like my tool that I got. I got a tool roll that I keep all my knives and I made a good roll up under the seat survival kit with from Salvation Army. But you know, let me show y'all something. Oh God. Okay, here's the thing. Do not become a prepper or a survivalist. Because this is what happens to your car. Alright? I've got I've got a 6 family outdoor T tent. I've got another 6 person outdoor TP tent. I've got I've got a cooking pot with a cooking pan that you use as a compression cooker, or what is it called? What is it called? Oh God, what did I do? That's called a whatever. Um, always keep Tabasco with you. Whatever. Um, yeah, look, this thing. Yeah, it's a girl series, right, right, right. Well, it's 2 walkie-talkies, 2 headlamps, 2 flashlights. Okay, it was $9.99. Okay, I got it at Goodwill for $3. Okay, this is a 16-mile range Cobra walkie-talkies. 1 button push, lightweight, everything. Yeah, it's pink. So what? You know the cool thing about pink? It is not a natural color. So if you're holding this on you and you pass out or whatever, they can find you because of pink. Yeah, just because it's got camo on it doesn't mean it's gonna keep you, hidden. Like her, what's in this bag? You know, one of these small little Johnson and Johnson med kits, right? It's lightweight. It's got gauze. It's got like 16 bandages. It's got like 4 gauze in it and everything. Get this at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Throw it in wherever. Cup of soup, mushroom soup by Knorr. Okay, these things are amazing. You get 3 pouches of this, right? It's 100% vegan too, so you can't say, "Oh, it's a vegan," blah blah blah. Whatever. You can drink it cold. You can drink it hot. Whatever. It's 3 meals. 3 easy meals. Sorry, I go on these rants. Sorry. Uh, let's see here. Okay, here's the thing. Guys can judge me, whatever. Guys can be all blah blah blah, whatever. I keep a whole thing of the extra heavy overnight flow tampons. Okay, or not tampons, but pads. You know what about pads? They soak up blood, right? They soak up everything. If you need to clean a kill, if you need to clean a gutting of a fish or something like that, there you go. You use it to soak up everything around you. Do not waste a thing in a survival situation. Right, David, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Baby wipes, everything. You know, these thin solar lights with the carabiners on them, they're solar. They never run out. You never have to change batteries. You always have a source of light no matter where you're at. Pick them up. It's like I don't know if Walmart still sells these, but if they do, I think I paid like $7 for these two. If you know you have knee problems or something like that, get one of these malleable knee braces because you're going to be walking in uneven, rocky terrain a lot of times. Always carry a knee brace on you. I shattered my tibia. Well, crow's foot crack on my tibia. Did it on a live stream. I can't do what I used to do before this break. So I have one of these all the time. Acknowledge your weaknesses and make yourself stronger. Uh, what else I got? What else I got up over here? Uh, hello. Carry a small aluminum cooking pan. Find these anywhere. Not Timu, but Daiso. If you have a Daiso around you, you can pick one of these up for $3. Okay, I mean it does everything. It'll boil water for you. It'll cook food. It is a 2 liter. I mean not 2 liter, but 2 quart. 2 quart. That's it. 2 quart cooking utensil. It does not take up that much space or anything in it. Yeah. People only people only cater to what is trending. That's it. They don't look at real life. They don't look at real life anything. And like I said, a ceramic sharpener for your knife. You're always going to be using a knife in a survival situation. Carry a damn sharpener with you. It's not that hard. Or go to Walmart. Go to Walmart. You can see this was blue. Okay, it was blue, but now it's black. Get a good, just single wall metal cup. That's all you really need. You can get one of these from Walmart in their cooking section for like, I think this was $1.50. Yeah, this was like $1.50. Get one. It'll save your fucking life. You don't need a lid. You can ask Deanna. You can cook plenty of shit without a lid. Deanna's a cook, so, you know, most people that know how to cook understand that you can cook anything without a lid. Doop 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 boop 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 boop. Carry something like if you're going to bring like oatmeal or whatever with you, or grits or something that you can easily pack away in homemade MREs. Carry a separate container so you can mix it together with water. You approve this, dear? I'm glad you do. There is so many things. There's so many things that you can do in a survival situation. Carry fat wood with you. Okay? You say I've used fat wood. Fat wood will always save you. If you want to get technical, carry fat wood and sandpaper so you can grind it down and get fat wood dust. It'll catch a lot easier. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit who you are. Okay? Carry cable ties with you. I did a live stream where I put together an A-frame with cable ties. It will save you calories. It will save you time. You are not going to have to stress with cable ties like this. This is hyper tough. 100 4-inch cable ties for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Okay, they will hold. You don't have to have rope for every fucking thing. You don't. Rope is an illusion that rope is an illusion that survivalists and bushcrafters and everything have implanted into people's minds. Yeah. And also, go to Dollar Tree and get these aquarella, okay? If you don't want your ass going into cold ass water and getting hypothermia because you don't have a fire or anything, but you want to get clean, get the antibacterial wet wipes. There's 15 of these in here, okay? 15. You can even use this as fucking toilet paper. I mean, or especially for females. Females need this stuff more than males. We can get fucking dirty for the rest of our life. Women cannot get dirty because they have other organs. They have other things of their body that cannot get infected. It will cause more health problems to females than it will males. The more you learn, eh? Because all you ever see is fucking men doing survival. You only see a handful of women actually doing survival. Yeah, right, right, David. Like, well, the thing is, brother, in your country, you can have bushcrafting knives and everything. If you have a full tang knife on you or whatever, and you are in a survival situation, you are allowed to have that. You will, I mean, you won't get a fine as long you're as long as you are not in a highly dense area and they can tell that you were in a survival situation, that you were lost in the woods. They will not fine you for having a full tang knife on you. Read your laws about survival. Read the laws about survival. Now, if you're just walking around, hey doodle woodle, down the street with a full tang knife on you, that's different. But if you are coming back and you're covered in fucking dirt and everything, and you reek like high heaven, they know what happened to you. Yeah, Deanna. Yeah, I mean, soap is completely different. You know what I mean? There is there is called the lysin. Um, it's called a lysin plant. It's shaped like four-leaf clovers. It's shaped like a clover. You can get like six or seven of them, crush them up, and the milk inside of it is considered a soapy substance. That's what Native Americans used to literally wash their hands and wash their body and wash their hair back in the days. Yeah, that's the thing with us. Cigarettes, coffee, stuff like that. That is the true killers that's going to kill people in survival situations. Same thing with alcoholics. Most people die from the withdrawals. They don't know how to think when they're withdrawing. It's just like these. Dollar Tree sells these small pain relief patches, right? There is 20 pain relief patches in one package of these. You can get these for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And they sell them in a box. And a box comes with 6 of these packages. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80. 80 of these pain relief patches that you just throw in, you know, and it's not just for women. It's for men too. You're going to need something if you're trapped out in the woods for a good month. I'm sorry, but it's the god honest truth, there's some women that don't go through their monthly, you know, Shark Week. They don't go through Shark Week. But, there's a lot of females that do go through Shark Week. You have to you have to understand. You have to understand you have to You literally have to prepare for every fucking thing in a survival situation. And you have to know who you are. It's plain as that. It know who you are. Don't play around. Know your weaknesses. Know your strengths. Everybody has weaknesses. Everybody has strengths. Are you serious, brother? Are you serious, Raven? Yeah, I mean, in real survival, you have to you have to you have to look at the truth. All right, the truth. Oh, son of a bitch! Real life and truth will kill you if you don't acknowledge it. I've seen plenty of people die. I've seen plenty of people get sick. I've seen plenty of people, you know, one of my good friends on YouTube. Ugh. One of my good friends on YouTube. he's a Texan too. I'm not going to give his name or anything because he has stopped doing YouTube because of what has happened. Um, he had a damn good channel going. I mean, he was getting big, but he was doing. I mean, he bought a horse ranch and everything, and he was going to start taking people out to West Texas and teach them survival and stuff like that. And he was out walking one of his horses, and he was riding his horse, and the horse got spooked by a rattlesnake. It kicked him off and everything, and the rattlesnake bit him, and it fucked him up. Like he lost sight in one of his eyes. He lost like 3 fingers and one hand. He's still going through a lot of like health problems. Ron. But you know, that's another thing. You can't guarantee anything You can't guarantee shit. You could be completely, utterly, 100%, you could be completely 100% prepared for every fucking thing, right? And still, something will go astray. Something will happen to you. I mean, look at Les Stroud, okay? His very first fucking TV show that he did. Alright? His very first, the opening TV show when he was in his home. He was in his home of Canada. And he was starving so much that he went and ate some lily pad bulbs. Okay? Lily pad bulbs you can eat if they're in the right season. He ate lily pad bulbs. He thought that they were in the right season and everything, but it ended up making him throw up and gave him diarrhea. And he was throwing up for the last couple of days. Just like when he was in the Okefenokee Swamp, he ate turtles. He ate snapping turtles. Snapping turtles will give you worms, tapeworms. That's it. It will give you tapeworms. Any reptile will give you worms if they are a predatory reptile. He didn't know he had tapeworms and everything until probably about a week after his filming and everything, and he was already going to another area. He was going to Australia at that time. He did not know he had that. Hey, Freaky, how you doing? That sucks, Raven. Freaky. I mean, hell, people in California are using tapeworms and everything as dietary. They're eating tapeworm eggs and everything and using it as a dietary supplement. But, you know, things happen in nature. There is things that we are not supposed to eat. But we will eat anything if we are starving. People don't understand this. You will turn a vegetarian into a meat eater in 3 days in a true survival situation. If you don't believe me, look at the story of the Alive, that soccer team. That soccer team that plane crash landed in the Andes Mountains. There was vegetarians on that team. And guess what? They quickly resorted to eating human flesh. We are omnivores for a reason. Yeah. Yeah, Bootsy. Yeah. In California, people use tapeworms as a dietary supplement. They don't understand it. They don't understand what's going on. Yeah. That's only if you eat their liver. You can eat an armadillo. You can kill an armadillo. You can eat it as long as you don't rupture or eat the liver. They're still a rat. Yeah. Run. But this is what this is the problem. Survivalists, bushcrafters, preppers, they all want to talk a big game. They do. We do not want to we don't want to accept defeat. That's human nature. Right, freaky? Yeah. It- There's only so much you can do in a video. Because these survivalists and everything never want to truly show real survival. They don't want to show real weakness. Right, Bootsy. Right. They're I'm going to sit here and cook me home fries with mac and cheese and, a full course meal with a steak, and I'm going to show you how I dice it up. And it's just like, I'm going to go back to the outdoor boys. This motherfucker was supposed to show how to survive in an Alaskan survival cabin. Right. The motherfucker packed a mulberry pie in his bag. A mulberry fucking pie in his backpack. What fucking survivalist is going to have a full 12-inch mulberry pie in their backpack? Oh, it was cooked. It was already pre-cooked. He said he had to get it. He said he had to pass through checked luggage to get it to where he's going. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm so going to have a luxurious pumpkin pie in my backpack when I go do my survival videos and my live stream the second and the third. I'm going to do it. I am going to fucking do it. I'm going to bring a pumpkin pie with me. I'm gonna bring a pumpkin pie already made from HEB, and I'm gonna cook it on a fire. Y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see that happen? You want to see me pull out a pumpkin pie from the bottom of my fucking backpack? I, it hurts. It hurts to see this shit. It's not. It's not teaching anybody anymore. Not. It is literally being a TV show. That's what it's became. It's became a TV show. Yeah, that I could do. You know, Bootsy, I could do that. Right, right, freaky. That's what I'm saying. Like, he had to get somewhere, I think it was like Dead Horse, Alaska or somewhere. It was a freaky. But, you know, people, and that's the thing. If you're a survivalist and everything, and you've got a survival bag with you, the thing is, if you're a real survivalist and everything, and you're out in the middle of God knows where, unless you are in an area that actually does have survival cabins, like the Rockies, Sweden, Norway, Alaska, Canada, you're not going to have canned food with you because cans add weight to your survival bag. Each can, depending on how much it is, it's ounces to pounds. You know, right, guys, right. There is no cans in nature, right, freaky. It, if anything, you may run into an old hut cabin. You may run into an old hunting cabin. You may run into a old house that was out there in the pioneer days or something like that. But you're not going to find, I mean, if you find an old hunting cabin that's out there that people used, that built and used it as a temporary, shelter while they were hunting, yeah, I could see you scavenging it for whatever food's in it. But if you're pulling a 4-course fucking meal of cans out of your backpack, you're not surviving. You are not. You are taking care of yourself in a perfect world. There is no survival there because you know what you planned. Oh, it is freaky, yeah. I mean, it's like knowing how to use a cast iron Dutch oven. People have forgot how to use a true cast iron Dutch oven because it's not needed anymore. Those old skills are gone. It's now considered hobbyist. I hope and I pray that I can go to Coleman. I want to go to Coleman next weekend and see if they will sponsor me. Yeah. That because that's how you have to look at things when you're in the woods, Bootsy, you know? No, it'll last about, depending on how rusted it is, depending on how deteriorated it is, if it already has holes in it, it will last probably about 2 burnings. But if you have a can that's just recently rusted and it still has a good inner, like inside, it will hold for about 6 burnings. Yeah. Everything is about making do with the resources you have at hand. And none of these survival channels do that. Right, freaky. Yeah, it all depends on, like, if you can tap it and it falls apart, you're screwed. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it was dented, it was crushed in, so you would have to open it up. That could do damage to it. That could split it from the rust, you know. But even if it's split, that just means it gets more airflow. It just means you'd have to add more fuel to the fire. You'd have to add more wood and everything because it's getting more air. Yeah. Like you have to pick and choose your battles. You know what I mean? If you didn't want to take a chance with it, it still had a good enough opening where you could still feed in sticks and everything, but you would have to hold whatever you're cooking on top of it. You know what I mean? It wasn't a round enough source to be able to hold anything on it. But you don't see, I mean, you don't see these survival channels going out there. It's just like, I hate going back to. I hate going back to that channel because I give them publicity. Doesn't matter if it's good publicity. It doesn't matter if it's bad publicity. Publicity is publicity. But he was out there shooting gross with a 22, saying that he was a hunter lost in the woods and everything. Yeah, how many shots do you have with that 22? Because you know what? He killed a shitload of gross with his little clip. And I know most 22s have like 20 shots in them. It is. It really is in America. It in America because secret gardens, wild gardens, stuff like that, they spread out. And also when you have like wild gardens, it's also tied to moonshiners, and it's also tied to 420 friendly growers, if you know what I mean. Oh yes, guys, yeah. Tree sap, from pine trees, from cedar, from spruces, evergreen tree sap is good for everything. I mean, you could wild grow on your own property if you have more than an acre. I think here in Texas you have to have like 3 to 4 acres to be able to wild grow. But they just don't want birds picking and eating seeds from like tomatoes or squash or green beans, vine plants, and being carried off and pooped on somebody else's property. No. Each one has its own uses. Like pine tree sap burns the longest. Spruce tree sap burns like it holds a flame, kind of like a candle. It's not a powerful flame. It's not anything, but it's like a longevity candle, like candle flame. Cedar is a very quick and hot flame sap. But, it just depends on how you use it and what you need to use it for. If you put sap if you roll sap into, say, fat wood dust, you have about 20 to 30 minute long burning flame that can catch anything on fire, that can start a good fire. Yeah. Same thing with wild lettuce. Wild lettuce, I don't know the scientific name for it, but wild lettuce is pretty much the same for like muscle relief, pain. You can make tinctures out of it. Same thing with like cedar needles. You can boil cedar needles and make cedar tea out of it. And it's good for congestions, it's good for flu, it's good for coughing, stuff like that. It's better to get the younger needles than the older needles. But you can make a tea out of it. There is what's called bull thistle out here. The sap and everything from it, you can brush your teeth with it. You can apply it to fresh cuts to stop bleeding. You can use the needles from bull thistle and actually tie it with like fishing line or something like that and sew up wounds with it. Same thing with the needles and everything from shit. The plant that they make tequila out of. Agave. The agave plant. They have these like 6-inch needles. And if you bend it and you break it off, it'll have these like 6 little strands, about maybe a foot long, that you pull out of it, and you can use that to sew up, cuts and whatever. And it has an antibacterial juice on it that will heal your wound also while you're stitching yourself up. Yeah, wild lettuce is amazing, David. Yeah, yeah. You can go on and on and on like days, but most people, the sad thing about wild medicines is you have to wait on it. It's not like the concentrated version that you pick up from the store. Like one cup of cedar needles isn't going to completely heal you. It may not even take away your cough. It may heal your throat or the congestion if you breathe it in enough, but you have to drink 10 times more of it to make yourself better. Yeah. Yes, guys. Yeah. Sap can close wounds. There's so much, like we were saying before on my last live stream. Nature provides. It's how we use it. It's how we accept it and handle it. But most people have so many health problems anymore that a lot of people can't do this. A lot of people can't use natural remedies. Yeah. Penicillin for moldy bread. I mean, it's not the same potency, but, that's why a lot of the poor and everything survived the Black Plague, is because of the penicillin in the moldy bread. Oh yeah, yeah. What is it? White palm, sage palm, a couple other palms out there. Yep. Yes, sir, David. For some reason, I don't know what it is about wild lettuce and growing by train tracks. I don't know. Yep. I mean, it's just like polk salad in Tennessee, you know? Polk salad is like turnip greens, you know? It's poisonous. You have to boil the poison out of it. Then it becomes good. You know polk salad because it's a long, leafy, kind of like jagged leaf with a purple from the base of the leaf up into the middle of it. It's got a purple. It's purple on the left and right side going up. It's purple underneath, but it's got a white indentation on the middle of the stem. If you get polk salad and polk salad and everything, you can eat it all day long as long as you boil out you know, the poison that's in it. And that's what we were talking about, you know. Nature provides, but you have to learn how to use it. You have to learn how to get by it. Because if you don't, it will kill you. Nature will kill you. Nature provides, but nature will kill. Sorry, everybody. Give me a second. All right, Freaky. You take care of yourself, brother. Bye. Life is life. Most people say life is precious. Life should be saved. You know, back in the day, before we knew about all this food, before we knew about wild edibles and everything, we had test subjects that would test this for the king, would test this for the bishop, would test this for the duke. We don't have taste testers anymore. We don't we don't consider using humans because you know what? Humans humans need to be some humans need to be bred out of existence. I'm sorry, but it's true. Some humans do not deserve the same equality as other humans. Because what happens when those idiots breed? They breed the same stupidity into the next generation. You know what I mean? Yes, guys, that's true. Doctors are a practice. They have to learn because they don't see the same sicknesses every day. They don't see, I mean, why do you think the plague doctors and everything had an island full of, you know, uh, an island full of sick people so they could practice on them every day? We consider doctors and everything too protected. You know, when you go to a hospital, who takes care of you the most? Who is the one that administers the medicine? Who's the one that is sitting there reading your vitals? Who's the one that's sitting there checking and making sure that you are not going to anaphylactic shock? That is physically doing everything to you. It is not the doctor. The doctor prescribes. The doctor says, oh, you have this or you have that, and gives you X medicine for it. It's the nurses that are the ones that truly, truly do the work. We were having a discussion. Yeah, we all learn from experience. We all learn from failures. We all learn from success. But you know, we had a discussion, a couple weeks ago about in the end of the world, would you rather have a doctor or would you rather have a nurse, a practitioner nurse, or an ER nurse? Miss Star, my wife, she said she'd want a doctor because they understand medicine and all this stuff. Well, I know I would rather have a nurse, a practitioner nurse. Because a nurse is going to know exactly the exact same things that the doctor's going to know, except maybe some medicines or whatever that they don't know. But they're going to know how to change out your fluids. They're going to know how to take care of you in other ways than the doctor. Now, surgeons and stuff like that are different. Surgeons will always be needed. But the thing is if a surgeon, if an apocalypse happens or whatever, and a surgeon damages his hands or damages nerves or something like that, fucking useless. He may have the knowledge and everything, but he needs his hands, or she needs her hands. If she's got to cut a bullet out of you, or he, do you want him or her to cut you open with a shaky hand? No. I'd rather take my chances with myself. I got shaky hands. Yeah, They could still be a guide if, you have somebody that's got a steady hands, That's the thing that makes surgeons. They could have all the knowledge in the world, but they have to have a steady pair of hands. Doesn't matter if they can't do it or if they're teaching, you have to rely on the next person to have a steady hand and a willpower, you know, that rock iron. Yeah. Gotta have somebody with, the things that make specialists. It, like, oh yeah, oh I know. But look at all that action films in the '80s and stuff that proved us wrong, right? Right, Skies? What was it? Rambo? What was it? Rambo First Blood or something like that? Where he got shot in the shoulder and he's sitting there with fucking tweezers or something digging out the bullet? Or was that something else? I think it was Die Hard. Was it Die Hard? Where Bruce Willis was digging out a bullet or something like that from his shoulder or whatever. I'm not a good movie buff. I don't know. But was that it, Bootsy? I knew it was one of the Rambos. Like, yeah, except to being the big tough guy digging a bullet out of his shoulder or whatever, his like arm. It's like, come on, just bite down on a stick. You're good to go. Yeah, the Predator. Which one? What was that? Predator 2? Was it Predator 2 where Danny Glover was in it? And that alien broke into that apartment. That Predator broke into the apartment bathroom. He took out that med kit and everything. um, yeah, that was it, Bootsy. Yes. Actually, Dave Canterbury proved that theory could happen. Like, he was on. I mean, they were on that dual survival TV show, right? And I forgot what happened. One of his traps or something went off and like stabbed him or did a cut across his leg or something like that, like a deep. Yeah. Trash can's full down here. I'm going to take it to the next one. Huh? Yeah. I'll be up there in a second. But yeah, he got a cut or something, or like he either got stabbed or he got cut by one of his traps when he was trying to hunt a boar, and he came back and he had a shotgun shell, right? Like they had a few shotgun shells. So he took out the gunpowder and everything inside of the shotgun shell and put it on his wound and everything. and they took a hot stick and they set it on fire. Huh? In the living room? Right there? What? It is inside on that chair, hun. The gray chair. I told you it's full. I told you it was full. One more bag in here. Okay. All right, everybody. I got things I need to do and everything. I love y'all. Y'all take care. We'll do this again later. All right. Love you, family. Bye.